the Knights Templar, God's holy Christian warriors during the Crusades, and the Templars were by far the greatest order of fighting knights the medieval world had ever seen. Being a holy order, the Templars built massive churches and holy buildings across Europe, and if you know where to look, many of them are still standing to this day.
The ruins of Temple Bruer preceptory date back to the 12th century, when it was established as a place of spiritual and military training for the order. But it's also one of the few Knights Templar sites left in England where any ruins still remain standing.
Lincolnshire, in the medieval period, was a major breadbasket for England's agricultural economy. And the Templars owned 4,000 acres here at their estate at Temple Bruer. And all the money generated here at this estate went towards the Templars' war effort in the Holy Land and Jerusalem.
The site was of considerable size and importance. The remaining tower was one of a pair, and it flanked the chancel of a round church which replicated the design of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, one of the most sacred sites in Christianity, revered by the Templars. The Grand Prior of all England, William de la Moor, was admitted as preceptor here in 1300, when the Knights Templar held over 10,000 acres of land in Lincolnshire. In charge of the preceptory would be a knight who oversaw the estate management and dispatched money and supplies to the Holy Land. He would have been accompanied by a priest or a chaplain who maintained the religious side of the order. But everyone here took vows of chastity, poverty and obedience and lived to a rule pretty similar to that of the Cistercian monks.
The Templars amassed significant wealth and power, but when the Crusades waned, so did their income, and they became indebted to various monarchs. Their financial situation made them vulnerable to political manipulation, and King Philip IV of France took advantage of this.
When King Philip of France suppressed the order in 1307, Edward II received orders from Pope Clement V to act against the Templars. But things in England unfolded more gradually than they had in France, and it was a few months before Edward ordered any arrests. But in 1308, Edward sent the Sheriff of Lincolnshire together with 12 knights to arrest the Templars here and have them imprisoned. The suppression of the Knights Templar marked the end of one of the most influential military orders in medieval history. But the mystery and intrigue surrounding their demise continues to fuel fascination with the Templars and their history.